Hi, I'm Marina from Riding Warehouse, and today we're going to talk about the Toklat Matrix T3 Endurance Style Saddle Pads. These pads are available in both the coolback and woolback fleece styles. This fleece is actually able to wick up to 30% of its own weight in moisture, which means during your ride, it's going to help keep your horse nice and cool and manage the moisture for you. The pads are also available in 3 different shapes, this being the standard endurance coolback pad. We also have the Endurance Sport style pad and the Endurance English style pad. Both the Sport and the English feature the linear quilt ETC fabric top, which provides a non-slip and anti-friction surface for your saddle to go on. The anti-friction is really important because it prevents any heat buildup underneath the saddle. These pads also have the rolled edge around the entire edge of the saddle pad, which keeps the saddle again secure while you're riding on top of the pad. It also has the nylon Velcro billet straps and girth straps for additional security. Both the English and Sport style saddle pads feature a 1-inch pile fleece for the majority of the pad with a 1/2-inch wool back material cutout behind the leg, which helps reduce heat behind your leg and also give you a closer contact during your ride. All of the pads feature a Velcro spine, which is really nice because these pads can also be used with the Matrix Ortho Impact or Extreme Pro Impact inserts, which have been specifically developed by Toklat for these saddle pads. The first insert that Matrix offers is the Extreme Pro Impact insert. This material is made from Poron XRD, which is an ultra lightweight and ultra thin shock absorbing material. It absorbs 90% of the shock. When there is impact on the pad, it forms a momentary barrier for the impact and dissipates it and then returns to its nice flexible form. This is an insert that's appropriate for athletic performance and really intense schooling. It is perforated to help with moisture management and heat dissipation. The pad is also treated, or the insert is also treated with Microban, which is an antimicrobial agent to help keep them fresh longer. The second option for an insert is the Matrix Ortho Impact, which actually combines a 6mm layer of the Extreme Pro Impact with a 12mm layer of a medium density viscoelastic open cell memory foam. This pad is best suited for everyday use, riders going out on the trail, maybe enjoying some beginning endurance type of riding. It's great for horses that have any kind of conformation or saddle fit issue, as the second layer of memory foam is a lot more malleable, and so it does conform a lot more easily to the horse's back. This pad is also perforated for heat and moisture management control, and again, it's also treated with the Microban for antimicrobial properties. So to illustrate just how impact absorbing the Ortho Impact and the Extreme Pro Impact inserts are, we have about a 1-pound weighted ball here that I'm going to drop from about 6 to 10 inches above these various saddle pad materials that are currently on the market, and we'll just compare how differently they react. So first up is traditional sheepskin. This is a nice high quality sheepskin, and we'll drop the ball. And you can see and hear that the ball hits the table that we're on readily, and while this may provide some support, it definitely doesn't provide any impact protection for your horse. Next up is just a typical open cell foam. This is really typical in like a shimmable pad, half pads where you can add inserts. So we'll drop the ball again. And you can see that there's a little less bounce than with the sheepskin. However, the ball does hit the table readily, again minimizing impact absorption for your horse. Next up is a 1-inch pressed felt. This is very typical in Western style saddle pads. So we'll drop the ball on this. And so while this protects from impact a little by not reaching the table with the ball, you do still get a lot of bounce, so the energy is not dispersed throughout the pad. This is a closed cell foam, very typical of like a neoprene, again, very common in Western style pads. And you'll see you get a lot of bounce from this, so while your horse isn't feeling that impact, the rider may from the energy. So next up is the Ortho Impact from Matrix. And you can see we didn't get any bounce in that, and it also did not hit the table. And lastly is the Pro Impact, or the Extreme Pro Impact. And again, we get a very similar result as the ortho, and that just shows how well those two inserts really protect your horse's back and transfer also to the rider. For more information on the Toklat T3 Matrix Endurance Style Saddle Pads and Inserts, please visit us at ridingwarehouse.com.